Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Crafty Concepts with Erin. Today I have a scrapbook process video featuring the Summer Vibes paper collection. This is a really fun paper pack and I love the color palette. I mean, look at that wave paper and those stripes, florals. This has all sorts of fun summer accents on there and word phrases like chill out and happy. There is this tropical leaf paper. I am definitely going to use these two papers today. I love stripes and it's a great way to incorporate a ton of the colors. So here is the coordinating 12 by 12 sticker sheet, and you can see these have kind of a shiny finish, like a UV coating to them. And I don't know, I just think that's really cool. There's a lot of title options. There's 3 different title options, actually 4, and just a lot of cool images on there. And I love these border strips and word phrases on the bottom. I have some pictures of my boys. We spent the day on the lake, tubing behind a boat, and it doesn't get any more summer vibe than that. So these are perfect for this paper pack, and I'm going to actually make a 2-page layout for you today. So let's get into it. This pack has a lot of bright, vibrant colors, so I want to add in some white space. I'm going to begin with a sheet of white daisy, and I think I want to do like a kind of a column and just stack my 3 photos on top of each other. These are printed in 3 by 3 squares. So I'm going to trim this wave pattern paper down to about 5.5-ish. And I'm just eyeballing the width there. And now for the stripe paper, I'm going to remove that branding strip and then cut off a couple of the strips. I want my stripes going horizontal so I can incorporate all of those colors. And then I'm just going to put a border on either side, and that way it saves paper. You don't have to back the whole piece. So I definitely want to use Summer Vibes for my title and this sun element. I'm not quite sure about the beach ball yet, so I'll set that aside. I thought it'd be fun to add a little stenciling to the background just to give my title a little bit more presence. So I'm just going through my collection of stencils. Most of these I've cut myself from my Close to My Heart Cricut cartridges. And I'll go ahead and leave the link below in the description box to which one this is from. So I'm using the Glacier ink and a blending brush, and I'm just applying the ink. You can tape this down. I tend to hold it. Sometimes I regret not taping it down, but for this technique it works just fine to hold it in place. So I'm just lightly applying ink, and again, this is just going to give a little interest, a little background texture, and more presence for my title. And I think I want to have the color underneath as well, so we're going to add a little bit more. I love using stencils. You can really do some fun techniques with these. You'll notice I tend to build my layouts up and then move them frequently to add different elements, and so I tend not to adhere things down until the end, because sometimes you get an idea like this and you want to apply some stenciling to the background. So I just wait until I'm 100% sure and then start adhering my layers. So I definitely want to add some black splatter. This is good to do in the beginning. So I put down my all-purpose mat and I'm just going to tap my black shimmer brush there and add that black splatter to the background. So I think I'm officially ready to start adhering my layers into place. So I will start with the strip of paper on the furthest to the right using my T-square ruler. And I find it helpful to turn the page, and I don't know, it's easier for my eye to line it up in that direction rather than up and down. So then I can go ahead and repeat the process with this piece. The T-square ruler makes it pretty foolproof. I think I just ordered this on Amazon. Definitely a tool you want to have in your craft room. So now we can go ahead and put our center wave sheet into place, just like so, and that looks lovely. And then I can bring my photos back in, and I want these to be in kind of a, just diagonal, carefree kind of a manner. I thought I wanted to bring in this floral pattern paper and just back this center photo, but I end up not using it. So you'll see in a minute here. I've printed these photos with a white border on them, so I just thought I would add an extra photo mat to the center photo. But again, I don't know, it just doesn't look quite right to me, so I swap it out for a candy apple red photo mat, just a solid color, and I end up liking that a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere these into place, and then we can start with the fun embellishment process. So these photos were taken just last month. It was June of 2020, and the boys were invited to spend the day out on the lake boating and tubing for a friend's birthday, and I got to come along as well. So that was super cool. I don't know if you guys have ever been tubing. It's a ton of fun, but as you get older, it hurts. I definitely walked away with some bruises, but it brought back a ton of childhood memories for me because I grew up with a boat and this is something we did often, and it was worth it and a ton of fun. So I'm pulling more elements from the coordinating sticker sheet. I thought those little sunglasses fit that sun perfectly, so they just had to go there. And I'm just showing you there is a camera that's included with this kit, but I wanted a larger one, so I actually pulled the camera that I am using from the Happiest Place collection. I want to bring more black into the layout, so I had that little black file punch up top. And then these are left over from another project. They're from our thin cut shaker window. And so I thought, oh, perfect. I saw them sitting on my desk and I thought this black circle would just be a fun element and a nice resting spot for these word phrases and the little flip-flop sticker there. So I'm really kind of toying with putting something on the bottom. I feel like it needs something, but I'm not 100% sure yet. So I'm going to continue to add to the title that little beach ball and this I love summer sticker. I love summertime is just fun. And we'll put those just like that, layering these elements up, and I'm liking it, but yeah, I think it needs something. So there's these little bubble borders, and then I saw this orange heart zip strip. This is the branding strip off of one of the pattern papers, and I thought, oh, I think that's what it needs. So I like it. We're going to go with it, and I feel like it just grounds the layout and it just finishes it off. Sometimes that last little piece just kind of brings everything together and makes you happy. If you do hear random little noises in the background, that would be my kitten, and I just can't keep her quiet. It's not happening. So with this collection, there are coordinating acrylic shapes, and so I'm just looking through the pile there, and this little palm tree I think just has to go on the layout. And I'm going to adhere that down with a little liquid glass. And now I'm going to add a few enamel dots. These are from my stash, and I just love the texture these bring in, and the color matches perfectly. So I like to do these in odd numbers, and I'm just going to add some to each embellishment cluster around the page. So we'll just finish off by adding a few down here in the lower corner. And this is coming together nicely. So this is the first page. I did decide to make a companion layout for this, so we will work on that right now. Again, I'm going to start with a sheet of White Daisy, and then I have more pictures of the kids tubing, and then these are left over from creating the first page, so I'm going to use these as to build up my layers and just have these two. Now these are printed in 4x4 as to where the other side were 3x3. And then we're matting them on the candy apple red cardstock. And I want to add stenciling to mirror the other side. So we're going to go ahead and repeat that process here. When you're doing a double page layout, it is important to carry over those design elements so the pages flow together and they look like they belong together. I love these blending brushes, but any type of blending tool will work for this technique. So you can see it's just going to be peeking out from in between those two pattern papers there. And I'm going to go ahead and add those black splatters before. I tend to add that at the end, and then you got to kind of cover up and protect all the areas you don't want splattered. So if you think about it ahead of time, that is always a good thing. These shimmer pens are really cool too. They come in a ton of different colors and they're just really versatile to add shimmer to your embellishments or use them for splatter, all sorts of things. Really cool product. I'm going to go ahead and leave a white space on the right hand side. I just feel like that kind of flows better with the opposite side. So I'm trimming this piece down. I don't want it to, go up. I want them kind of staggered in height. So we're trimming this down. It's about 9 inches tall. We'll just get this into place. And now we can bring in our photos. And I'm definitely going to want to mirror the same elements. So we have another one of those black circles, and again I'm going to bring in some of the word phrase stickers from the sheet to tie in with the other side. So we'll go ahead and get our photos tacked down into place, then we can start building up those layered embellishments. It's always fun to add and incorporate the different phrases. These say my happy place and here comes the sun. I have another one of those coordinating zip strips off of the paper, and so we're going to repeat that same border across the bottom, and then there's 2 of these little bubbly strips as well. So that's perfect. Get those into place, and then here's another kind of a little mini title, Soak Up the Sun, and I thought this looked really nice in that lower left corner there. So I'm kind of just looking at the stickers. I thought about the flowers, but then thought no, because I don't have any other floral elements anywhere else on the layout. So I decided to skip those, but we'll go ahead and use the sunglasses, and I'm going to end up popping those up on foam tape just to give them a little dimension. So we're using, you can tear little pieces off of the thin or the 3D foam tape there, and it still needs a little something. It's feeling a little plain on the right hand side, so I thought to bring in another one of the beach balls, and that looks fun. So we'll just kind of tack that guy down there, get our sunglasses into place, and this star is another one of the acrylic accents, so it has a different texture to it, and that's always kind of fun. And then it brings that yellow color up. So we have the yellow in the word sun. And then we have the palm tree over on the other side. So I want to add this tropical leaf here. I'm just deciding if I want that pointing up or down. And I decide down is the winner. So again, just using liquid glass. This works really well for adhering the acrylic accents. And I think that's just about finished. I want to bring in another one of those punched tabs, and this is, I had this punch forever. I'm not even sure what brand it is, but it sure comes in handy. So I had even more pictures that went along with this layout, and so I'll show you how I use pocket pages to incorporate those here in just a moment. I end up having 12 photos all together on this double page layout. So here's the finished 2-page spread side by side, and now I'll go ahead and show you the pocket page protector here. So these are available in all different configurations. This one holds 6 4x3 photos, and then you can see I've embellished them. I've added some journaling, more stickers from the sticker sheet, and this will just sit right in between my layout in the album, and you can just flip that back and forth and it becomes part of the layout. For more information, you can check out my blog at craftyconceptswitherin.com. Here's some more videos I know you will enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.